This is a guide to how to get a good night's sleep. There's certain rituals that you can do that will give you power over your feelings, allowing you to be more inspired and allowing problems to be easily solved. Because when you sleep, we have a good night's sleep. While you sleep, your brain will work out your problems, and in the morning you'll wake up inspired and you'll have your problems solved. What happens when you don't get a good night's sleep is you feel so tired, your brain doesn't function properly, it feels quite foggy, and so you can't get into your answers, which a lot of the time are inside. So this will really help you start living a better, easier life. Okay, so if you make a ritual out of some of the things that I'm suggesting and you bring them into your everyday life, if they suit you, and then there's a ritual which I'll tell you at the end, which is a must. Okay, right, so if you'd like to, first of all, it's a really good thing to do. So it's a ritual, so you do the same thing every night, because the ritual sort of trains your mind, programs your mind and body to sleep. So sleep and then winding down to sleep becomes a habit throughout the day. So you try to do a little bit of exercise throughout the day, something that you enjoy. You don't have to go running a marathon. It can just be walking to the shops and back, or taking a walk around the park, doing some yoga, doing some Tai Chi, whatever you like, whatever it's good, whatever's good for you. But just trying to do a little bit of exercise throughout the day. And if possible, get out into the light, get out into the park, into town, walk around the shops, as I say, so you're looking up and outside, having the wind or the rain or the sunshine, whatever the elements are, but so you feel, your body knows it's daytime and it feels alive, and it's good to be breathing properly, so throughout the day just stop 2 or 3, 4 times if you can, make a little ritual again, that every time the clock strikes, the hour, you can just take a few moments just to breathe. And when you do fill your chest and expand yourself, suddenly you think, my God, I've not been breathing, because a lot of the time we're rushing around, worried, stressed, driving, or whatever it is we're doing, and we're just breathing this part of our body. So expand, if you can, just bring it down to your stomach, push your stomach out, expand your chest, and then release. And try to do this throughout the day, as I said, when the clock strikes the hour or whatever the time is for you, but do try to do it throughout the day. Try to also bring the pause into life. Okay, practice the pause. This is all about pausing before you do things. So it's pausing before judging, pause before assuming, pause before accusing. Pause especially before you're going to react harshly. And this way you'll avoid doing and saying things you'll later regret. But this pause, I believe, is something that if you can manage to bring in throughout your day, you then don't go to bed thinking, oh, I wish I hadn't said that, I wish I hadn't done that, or perhaps I should have done that. So it's a really good thing to do every time you have to go into a meeting, or you have to go and make a phone call to someone, or just trying to bring in whatever situation it is you've got to deal with in your life. Stop and think a little bit. Think about the consequences of your actions and your words, and to see whether you're actually being fair. Try to see the situation from the other people's point of view, and just slow down, and don't try to let personal pride or feelings get in the way of your answers or your actions. So it is just pausing a little bit before you shout angrily at someone because they've walked in front of you or driven in front of you, or whatever it is the situation is. Just try to pause, because then what you'll find will happen, and instead of having your day spiking with anger and spiking with different emotions, practicing the pause will also bring you, of course it's still going to happen that you do have a bit of a temper, or you have some sadness, or you have some regret, but instead of it spiking all the time, it will become a more balanced life. So then when it comes to bedtime or winding down time, instead of you having to unwind from this pattern and then go to the asleep, which is really hard to do if you've been living your life up and down, then to sleep, it sort of brings it into a pattern where it's easier for you to go into a relaxed state. Okay. So take time to make sleep, because it is an important event. You know, make time to plan things for it. You know, so avoid alcohol and stimulants, you know, like tea, coffee, or anything like that before bedtime. Try to eat at least 2 hours before you go to bed, and try to avoid really heavy foods and creamy foods, hard to digest foods, or perhaps spicy foods. If you do get hungry before going to bed, perhaps you can try something like a hot infusion, that will help and aid your sleep. Or if you are really hungry, just try to eat something light. The infusions are really nice. It's like valerian or chamomile, you know, they're really nice. Also, what a lot of people like to do that they find very calming is having a bath before bedtime. Obviously, if you haven't got one, then it's not worth it. Maybe a foot soak, you know, this is really nice if you can get hold of Epsom salts, or if not, just some rock salt and perhaps a few drops of lavender oil, and this helps draw the toxins out and relax you. Just play some relaxing music if that soothes you, but make sure, you know, everything else is off: the TV, the Kindle. Turn off your telephone, and also try not to look at the screen, because this does actually stimulate if you're watching you know, reading on your Kindle or on the computer late at night. Another really good thing to do is to write down any pending subjects and worries you might have. You know, so if you've got anything on your sort of to-do list and you're frightened you might forget it tomorrow, just sit down and say, okay, right, tomorrow I mustn't forget to do this, mustn't forget to do that. And then also, if you have things on your mind, problems, sit down and write the problem down, or you know, just one word that you know the problem refers to, and then write the solution down, or a possible solution. Or if there isn't one, leave it blank, but know you want to think about it throughout the, you know, while you're sleeping, your mind will know you want to think about it. But however, if you write things down, if the solution is out of your control, then just let it go. Okay, stop thinking about it, because this obsessive thinking about something that's out of your control just will disturb you for the evening. So make sure you've got everything written down off your mind, so you don't have to think about these open issues. Okay. Another really good thing to do is to sort of just use the bedroom to sleep in. These days a lot of us have TVs and almost like an office in our bedroom, but if you can, sort of make it a bit of a sacred space where you don't have any distractions, that it's clean and peaceful, comfortable. You can close the curtains so there's not a lot of light coming in, but sort of try not to watch TV there or eat and read your book. You know, try to make it a very comforting, relaxing, sacred space. Okay. Try to go to bed at the same time every night, and sort of program yourself to wake up quite early, so you get up, and you know, avoid daytime naps. So when you go to bed at whatever your allotted time is, whether it's 10 o'clock or midnight or whatever, you know, you are tired. And when you get into the bedroom, try and just sort of let the day go. Don't bring the dramas into the bedroom. You know, again, if you've got these thoughts going round and worrying about what's happened at work and what's happening between one of your friends, try and bring those thoughts to an end, you know, and do something to distract. Again, listen to music, or do some positive affirmations to stop that chain of thought. Okay. There are some supplements which I'll list that you can take to help. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else you can do. Really, it is just really trying to get your brain to be blank, you know, so it's not worrying about open issues. So if there's anything that you have that's on your mind, just write it down, and that will help clear it. Now this is the main part, this is the main ritual that's proven for thousands of people to work, and it is very simple, and try to follow it every night for at least a month, so you can really feel the benefits. Okay, what it is that as you go throughout the day, when you come to the end of the day, just sit down on your bed with a pen and paper. It's better than using your phone or computer to write on. And just think about 5 things that went well throughout the day. 5 things that you've really appreciated that have gone well throughout the day. Now it sounds very simple, but what this ritual does is, because you're thinking about 5 things that have ended, you sort of stop the function of the brain. The brain always wants to find solutions, so it keeps looping and looping, sometimes negatively, just to see if it can find the answers. If your last thoughts are 5 things that were good, were positive, that don't need solving, there's no solution because it's a finished action, this stops and relaxes the mind. So sit down over night time and just write down 5 things that have gone well and that you've appreciated. It can be just that, you found parking, you found a parking space this morning, you got the taxi good, it started raining when you arrived home, instead you didn't get caught in the rain, or you ate a good lunch, you had a good conversation, your daughter rang, you rang your mom, or whatever it is that you feel thankful for and you've appreciated. Write it down, just 5 things. It doesn't have to be an amazing achievement, it is something just to stop the brain looping. But you have to be strict on yourself that you're only bringing these thoughts into the bedroom. So at the same time every night, if possible, write down anything left on your mind. If you haven't got a solution, just leave it blank. And then do this ritual of the 5 statements of things that you are grateful for completed tasks, and then you will start to relax, and this will lead to a good night's sleep. Now that can be the end of the ritual. All it is writing down 5 statements of things that you're grateful for and appreciate, and that are closed, so your mind doesn't have to think about it. What you can do when you lay down, knowing that you're going to have a good night's sleep, before doing that, you can then take it one step further of how you're going to use these affirmations to influence your brain, so that then it's almost like giving yourself a gift in the future. So you gift yourself the things you want to happen the next day, how you want to feel. So then as you're going to sleep, you can say to yourself in the morning, at whatever time you want to wake up, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I'm going to wake up, I will feel refreshed, I will feel relaxed, I will feel rejuvenated, I will feel enthusiastic, calm, positive, in control, balanced, whatever it is you want to feel when you wake up. So when you wake up in the morning, after your good night's sleep, the first thing you can do is repeat your last words. So you wake up thinking, I feel refreshed, I feel rejuvenated, I feel enthusiastic, inspired, calm, whatever it is you want to feel. And then you can just lay back and enjoy these feelings, and then start your day on a positive note. So the main things are, from all of this, to get a good night's sleep is try to lead a calmer life, and then make sure you can do your rituals of a night time. The main important ones are these 5 things that you appreciate, and that will stop your mind looping. Then you can listen to the sleep hypnosis. I think it's only about 10 minutes long, so you can fit that in. And just before you press that, you can just program your mind for the next day. Please let me know how you get on. Many blessings.